We now have the exclusive details of what exactly went down when Trudeau went to the 2017 APEC summit in Da Nang, Vietnam. We now know Trudeau ignored invitations from the U.S. Chambers of Commerce to instead take a private meeting with Facebook. In 2017, Trudeau went to the APEC CEO Summit in Da Nang, Vietnam. Now, the event every year is by invitation only, and it's billed as the premier business event in the Asia Pacific. It gathers heads of state of the 21 Pacific Rim member economies, business executives, and innovative thinkers to deliberate how to secure shared development and achieve inclusive free trade and investment across Asia and the Pacific. However, like most international meetings and summits that Trudeau attends on our behalf, it ended in national embarrassment for us Canadians. You see, Trudeau was accused of snubbing the other leaders at the event in the midst of the Trans-Pacific Partnership negotiations. Here's Global News' story from back in 2017 and their coverage of the foreign news media accusing Trudeau of hampering the trade deal. Trudeau did not go into the conference room at the scheduled time to meet with other TPP leaders. A few moments later, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe walked into the room and told his counterparts that the leaders' meeting was canceled. Sources traveling with the leaders said Trudeau had been meeting with Abe prior to the leaders' meeting, and their talks ran long while other world leaders waited for them to arrive. Trudeau never left the meeting room after talking to Abe, but continued on with his next appointment with Facebook. So we wanted to know the full story of Trudeau's visit to the APEC summit in 2017. Who else did he snub while he was there? So we filed an access to information request for all the details, and we just got those exclusive details now. Let's get right into it. On page 3, we see the first emails about a bilat meeting with Facebook. However, the remainder of the email is heavily redacted. But we can see here, bureaucrats acknowledge that this meeting is bilateral, i.e. government to government, which is a strange way to describe a meeting with a business like Facebook. On page 12, we see that Trudeau is receiving invitations from business leaders to meet with them while he's at the APEC summit. It reads here, we have 3 business-related invitations for consideration for APEC. Now, the bureaucrats have redacted much of the information, but we do know that one of 3 recommendations for face-to-face meetings that the bureaucrats gave to the Prime Minister's office was with Facebook. On page 5, we see the itinerary for the Prime Minister, and despite the fact that this is an international business summit for the Pacific Rim, the only business leader in attendance that Trudeau met with face-to-face was Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg, and it was behind closed doors. We know it was behind closed doors because of this pooled photo opportunity at the beginning of the meeting. That's all the media could cover of Trudeau's meeting with Facebook. On page 18, this is where we start to see an inkling of the opportunities Trudeau chose to pass over in favor of sucking up to foreign meddling election censors at Facebook. This is the official ask for a meeting with Trudeau from the U.S. APEC Business Coalition from Monica Whaley. She's the president of the National Center for APEC, and Myron Brilliant, what a fantastic name, he's the executive vice president and head of international affairs for the U.S. Chambers of Commerce. This is what they offered to Trudeau at APEC. A small meeting of 25 to 30 to speak with senior business leaders attending the summit. The audience would include senior executives drawn from U.S. companies attending the APEC CEO Summit in Da Nang. The list currently includes PwC, Abbott, ExxonMobil, FedEx, Freeport McMoran, Citi, Dow, GE, JP Morgan, Moody's, Pfizer, UL, and Walmart. We believe that you would find a discussion with prominent U.S. business leaders worthwhile, and it would be an honor for us to host you. With the invitation is attached a list of the full 33 invitees. Now, to summarize, the U.S. Chambers of Commerce offered Trudeau face-to-face, one-on-one time with some of the most successful companies from our largest trading partner of the United States. Now, these are multinational job creators like ExxonMobil that would help Alberta if Trudeau convinced them to reinvest here in Canada. And from Justin Trudeau's official itinerary, I know he never took a meeting with any of them, not even one. Any investment from any one of these companies could create hundreds, if not thousands of jobs. But instead, Trudeau took a meeting with Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook, whose company employs about 150 people scattered between Montreal and Vancouver and another 75 employees in Toronto. And that's because Trudeau needs Facebook to censor his political enemies under the guise of hate speech. Investment in Canada and creating Canadian jobs just wasn't a concern for Trudeau at the APEC summit. His concern was censoring Canadians. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. Have you seen our election coverage of the federal election campaign? You can find it all at campaign2019.com. And while you're there, if you're so inclined, you can pitch in to cover the cost of getting our journalists where they need to be. You see, Justin Trudeau is not our sugar daddy. We don't get any money from the government. We wouldn't take it anyways. We rely on the support of viewers like you. You can donate on that same website, campaign2019.com.